dropped the Vox on Auntie's company town Fairfield and spared her competition in Westport just to make me happy, well then, mission accomplished.
Enhance the whole, get that raise and that's your role and monopolize for price control.
The student wants to know, what exactly did the charismatic mathematician teach?
One can spend a lifetime poring over the mathematician's work and still never grasp who lick and tittle. I'll give you the 60-second version. It was the first to
What happened back there?
an objective
We had her cornered, bullets chambered, justice within reach, and you just let her go? What am I supposed to do with that? How am I supposed to trust you the next time a tough choice has to be made?
Spanning actualization. A society at that final stage will exceed human consciousness and understand infinity itself, grasping all of the cosmos as a single equation of thought. The universal equation. Time and space and thought will become one.
Dealing with the rift's important, but so is getting justice for our crew.
The source of all causation and the benefactor of all understanding. In essence, nothing will be left to chance. The Ascendants will see all that was, is, and meant to be.
That's really as much remorse as you can muster. I'm gonna need time to muddle through all this, so let's just end it.
For giving us a metaphorical kick in the correct direction. If you're feeling anxious about what's next, just wait. Things that come have a way of constantly happening. The future is colliding with the present every moment.
Consistency is wonderful. Consistency in playlists is not. Now for a new song.
It's not enough to say you think so. We won't accept a hunch or feeling. An idea based on intuition. Prove it, yes you must prove it, prove it, prove it. Prove it.
Turn your lamps on that building over there. Reckon that's where we'll be able to get our hands on the rift modulator.
Protectorate control of Praetor has largely been achieved through the maintenance of a blockade. A survey of Praetor indicates there may be an alternate route past the blockade via the Automech factory.
Using influence and logic to cover all the bases and the reason and deduction, so it's always true in all possible cases. Prove it, yes you must prove it, prove it, prove it, prove it, just deduce it. Prove it, yes you must prove it, prove it, prove it, prove it.
All right, Mom, give the order and I'll take care of him, Commander.
Show us how it works. What's a basic rule? Let's show
Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
here's a basic rule.
That almost sounded like, fuck, mortar fire, move! That's one hell of a wall. Going over or under's out of the question. But what about around?
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Always comes out even. A very proven proof. That is how it works. That's a basic proof. Can you give another? One more basic rule. When a triangle exists with an angle that is right, where the shorter side, shorter base of height, the sum of A very proven proof. You think you know it all.
Proceeding to attack.
In your heart, unless you show the proof, your theory will be
Combatant scan.
Troublemaker approaching.
prove it. Yes, you must prove it. Prove it. Prove it. Prove it. Just deduce it.
I have a fix on their weaknesses.
Yes, you must prove it. Prove it. Prove it. Prove it. Just deduce it. If you cannot prove it, take your theory and remove it.
Check your scopes for combatant.
This melodious little ditty was dedicated to novice Gertrude Power. Your anonymous admirers taking great interest in your figurework and projections.
Next up. Well, the seers among you already know.
I'm not clear what that roar signified, but whatever issued it sounds fierce. I have a fix on their weaknesses. Hostilities are afoot, or vacation.
Attention,
Check your
Commander.
scopes for combatant
There may be
analysis.
valuable parts at this location that can improve this unit's functionality. Performing a thorough search of the artifact factory is advised. Should you wish to maximize your Valor unit's combat effectiveness, building factories developed.
Adversary
It is likely the desired parts are being stored somewhere on the ground floor.
Twilpificator at ready status.
Mission depleted. What?
Mobilizing. Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Combatant scan. Check your scopes for combatant analysis. Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Just what are they up to?
Standing by to stupefy.
Replenishing my firearms.
It's determined.
Giving chase.
Informed insight into the future.
have a fix on their...
Greetings, fellow students.
Back and scan.
They did me in! Help me out!
Obviously, this inquiry is a Protectorate ally.
Go for torpification. Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Depicted in their propaganda. In any case, for the sake of our shared history with the Protectorate, Centuries United and I will provide a thoughtful answer. Sadly, the Protectorate's befuddled
I have a
masses
fix
are
on their
constantly
weaknesses.
to them in their hour of need, when plundersome corporatists raved at their gates. I will gently inform
Let's get them over with!
Resorting to violence.
Knew a few arc rollers back on Triangular would kill for a scene like that. Lower the rate of deaths on the job for sure.
All they have is their paradigm. The 5-year-old book report on fire. Elementary math at best. Just hollow hope poorly conceived. I only hope someday our former colleagues realize their miscalculations. When that happens, we will reunite in thought and purpose to solve the universal equation.
Keep put, much is left to come. And now, more music to perform advanced calculations by.
Try to limit further damage, Commander.
The solid room has been reaffirmed. You may resume normal activities.
Hostile spot.
Security level 1. Processing.
Give the order and I'll take care of it, Commander.
Results disruptive.
Find the hostile.
Replenishing my firearms.
Combatant stand. Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
Quarry found.
Amplificator at ready status.
Contact reestablished. And raid discerned.
Target analyzed.
Lay down fire.
Standing by. Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Troublemaker approaching.
The ideas are killing.
What you got?
Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
Traveling at the velocity of light through the vacuum of space on our primary band, this is Grand Plan Wireless, the informed, sourced, peer-reviewed sound of scientism. Valued students of the Order of the Ascendant, recent fascinating but alarming astronomical events require your immediate and undivided cognitive attention. The main rift anomaly has undergone a sudden destabilization event, spiking in mass and activity into a web-like We will spend years analyzing this phenomenon, and we must suppress our curiosity for the moment. It has been a threat to the entire colony. Why our Vicar Laureate was nearly consumed by the rift's runaway expansion while on an
Spy movement.
excursion. He barely escaped being reduced.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Our seers predict with a 37.6% certainty that the localized rifts across Arcadia will also intensify. If you observe something, write something. And submitting
Go for torpification.
study. Watch for course of action with no risk of mishap.
So ends this missive.
Combatant scanned.
Intense. Avid followers of our collection of mathematical clues.
Mobilizing. I have a fix on their weaknesses. Fortificator is charged. Would not refuse medical support.
Let me know when you needed a stretch.
Hostile spot.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Spy move.
Can you give me an example that is true? Of course, the number when you swear the word of truth. And I saw some leaves like smaller sides are measured for that one. The length of the longest side then. And I told me
Looking a few courts low, Commander.
are there any numbers?
Resorting to violence.
Are there any numbers that are
Stun weapon ready, Commander.
ratio no
Target analyzed. Let
It is as the Greek letter pi. From the heaven now she said, beholden, second only to the number
I
that
see an unfriendly sword.
pi is a worldwide phenomenon.
I have a fix on their weaknesses.
All that you need is, don't confuse it with
Analyzing.
Combatant scan.
a number that has no ending. A number that
Agitators! Hopped up on sugar, no doubt.
Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
is work with
That wasn't the song I was supposed to play. Oh, I forgot to carry the one. This popular number
Combatant
has been
observed.
proven to promote cognitive function.
Combatant scan.
these other worlds are cool. The universe is cold.
2.7 Kelvin, it proves me true.
Protectorate personnel, only beyond this point. Leave immediately. If you are not of the Protectorate, you are this unit's enemy. Preparing to unleash disproportionate amount of ammunition on unresponsive bystanders.
Ratcheting up my aggression. I have a fix on their weaknesses.
Colleagues can be cold, but academia's always true.
Attention, IRC staff.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Process
I'm surprised it was optional. At least that explains it.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Putting facts over feelings that scientisms had out.
Together we rise above.
We beat the means average.
We cite each other's sources.
Cite each other's dissertations. In a universe of lonely nights, we have an internet collaboration. I can count on you, you can count on me.
We're the golden ratio,
Geometric harmony when our theories are challenged.
when we stare down peer review.
You can count on me, and I can count on you.
Broadcasting cognitive resonance across Arcadia, this is Grand Plan Wireless. You have questions, Vicar Magsai has informed answers, as evidenced by another installment of Ask a Vicar. A listener asks, why am I so bored? I am always bored. In fact, I'm bored now.
An honest question begging for an honest answer. Numerous studies have shown that boredom is inversely proportional to intelligence. Normally, I would suggest a variety of mathematical puzzles and problems to increase your profundication, but I don't see that as the best solution in your case. Instead, I recommend the following. Purchase a small rubber ball and learn to bounce it. Best of luck to you. If you're feeling anxious about what's next, just wait. Things to come have a way of constantly happening. The future is colliding with the present every moment.
Warning, the following song mentions some actions that are improper, something your fractions should never be.
Due to an anomalous event, the interstitial hall and exhibition tower is off limits for the foreseeable future to any and all non-essential personnel. All requests to view the contact rift anomaly modulator are hereby suspended for the time being. Queries and study petitions to the lead researcher's office.
Subjects, listen well. Days ago, his command, I, Emery Thoreau, for I address you today not as the consul, nor even I cannot. As I call upon you, with renewed zeal, together,
Unfriendly nearby.
great sovereign work
Oh, our super soldiers.
Give the order, and I'll take care of it.
Get yours, outsider. You think too much!
On this electrifying episode of notable locations of scientific inquiry, we travel well outside our zone of academical to an objectively shocking moonscape, where things go chomp and zap in the perpetual night. Experience a surge in stimulation as we visit Praetor, an inhospitable planetoid, only made marginally habitable by our grounding station and electrical dispersion rods. The Elysium moon Praetor is as fascinating to the mind as it is mortiferous to the body. Tidally locked in Elysium's shadow, Praetor suffers a distinct deficit of direct daylight. This unique astronomical arrangement bombards Praetor's surface with low-level N-rays, resulting in a shocking level of atmospheric electricity. I will now pause for a moment to let you appreciate my intention. Before reviewing this episode's transcripts, footnotes, intentions, and your attention. Moving on. Carefully adapted predatory fauna eke out a brutal existence here, relying on their mesmerizing patterns of bioluminescence. We Homo sapiens should ostensibly stand no chance.
Troublemaker approaching.
Astuteness in the field of fulminology, our ground
Investigating hostile intentions.
mitigate the danger posed by Praetor's persistent
pride of our head
electrical storms.
explosive!
In lay people's parlance,
Invasive veteran!
Check your scope.
thus providing a conduit for excessive electrical activity in the atmosphere to reach the grounding station, where it's safely dispersed, typically.
Painting Tory
Station
found.
operators estimate the system is
Probably hold up
78%
somewhere.
at mitigating
Brigade
82% of the danger posed by hypercharged atmospherics. Our electrical
Against
dispersion
beyond
system is
prosperity.
ingeniously adaptable. Reversing the system's polarity will send surplus protons from the grounding station backward to any rod in the network. A convenient method to terminate any hostile life forms poking around when they are unwanted. One quick jolt, and they're off to the hereafter.
The Protectorate endures!
Simply an intriguing possibility to consider as you mull the many fascinating facts behind the Praetor grounding station. Objectively, a notable location of scientific inquiry.
Addendum. Peer review of this episode post recording review. The subterranean grounding network is in fact 307.51 miles of wire instead of 307.47 miles as originally reported. We apologize profusely for this careless failure of basic fact-checking. The responsible researchers have been formally censured.
Additional erudite entertainment is forthwith. Consistency in your work is wonderful. Consistency in playlists is not. Now for a new song.
One Rift anomaly modulator, as requested.
Or divide my heart by zero.
High priority alert. The prototype rift modulator has been removed without prior authorization.
Of an intimate connection into would my punch card face rejection? Love does not compute the variable infinite.
We've got the modulator. Now let's use it to make tracks and get the hell out of here.
It's both clear and ambivalent. Love does not compute. Could I bear love's weight and measure, or be crushed beneath abstraction? Can I calculate truth or assumption? Where does love fit in a constant function? Love does not compute. The variables seem infinite. Love does not compute. It's both clear and ambivalent. Love does not compute. Love does not compute. Love does not compute. Love does not compute. Love does not compute.
To the unsubtle thief. Yes, you with the rift modulator. It's not every day that someone is... I'd be obliged if you would regale me with the tale of how you managed to get this far.
You have tuned your
Prototype modulator. The first of many such devices we've created. Well, there will be time to scrutinize every angle of this breach at a later date, once I have dealt with you.
Food bars. Every real bar is packaged with an imaginary
I
piece of-
could also reduce you to a state of quivering agony, begging for death. No matter. I will await you in the hangar.
Bear in mind, we are molecular machines. Our bodies a tuft of atoms. Our minds a
see an
result of
unfriendly
chemical reactions.
Combat probable.
Parasites identified.
Long paths clear only.
Adversary vulnerability.
Avid followers of our receiving our weekly selection of mathematical clues, visit your local predictory.
QED. It means the proof is at
this morning's demonstration, we have finally proven my central thesis. Matter within the rifts is not permanently destroyed, broken down into pure information. This confirms many of our theories about the rift to an overwhelming degree, including...
You've checked your and verified don't wait for later.
Yeah.
You crossed your T's. You've dotted your I's. The only thing that's left is
Find the hostile.
Get to the point and do not vacillate.
Sovereign Lord seemed especially perturbed.
You know what prudence always says.
Traveling at the velocity of light through the vacuum of space on our primary land, this is Grand
Celebrating the downfall of our enemy.
Informed, sourced,
This temperament can safely.
Threat detected.
This paradigm we serve supplies all we
Recent
deserve.
fascinating but alarming astronomical events require your immediate and undivided cognitive attention. The main rift anomaly has undergone a sudden polarization event, spiking in mass and activity, surging 17.2% into a web-like construct spanning 0.17 astronomical units. The geometrical math underlying this energetic intensification reshapes our understanding of exponential dynamics. No exaggeration. We'll spend years analyzing this phenomenon. Yet we must suppress our curiosity for the moment. It has become clear that both the large and localized rifts have transitioned into an existential threat to the entire colony. Our Vicar Laureate was nearly consumed by the rift's runaway expansion on an important research excursion.
What is it?
Barely escaped being reduced to his constituents.
We should keep moving, Commander.
Our seers predict with a 37.6% certainty that the localized rifts across Arcadia will also intensify. If you observe something, citing sources and submitting for peer review, of course. Thus, we will save humanity and preserve the rifts for laboratory study. A logical course of action with no risk of
Word of advice. Invariably find a way to turn your negatives into positives.
Further beneficial content soon follows.
Lockout. You suppose there's been another incident?
Hostilities are afoot.
The color of space.
Combatant scared.
Whenever famous stellar cartographer Houston Otiscard replied, no hesitation.
Still leaving.
By contentment. The obtuse listener bleating with their faces complete. Wouldn't the average color be black or
Check your
white,
scopes
or
for
simply
combatant
a shade
analysis.
of gray? The answer is rooted in the science of how objects have been light, which answers the ancillary mystery of why there are no green stars. To understand all of this, you must understand the basics of thermal divarication emission theory. The typical piece of non-heated matter absorbs most electromagnetic radiation.
I repudiate all Babbitt's commercialism.
And the matter reflects only a small portion of that radiation. The visible part of that reflection is its color. However, most stellar objects have more radiation than they absorb. So they are an idealized object, which is assumed to absorb 100% of all electromagnetic radiation and re-emit some based on its temperature and composition. Stellar composition determines what packets of light will be emitted. Temperature determines the frequency of light and hence what portion of the spectrum that light's in. Low, infrared and invisible to us without proper instrumentation, which I need not describe here. As the stellar composition increases, its emitted light shifts up into visible light, through red, into orange, then yellow, then white. Even rare blue stars exist. These are the hottest stars, emitting mostly blue and invisible ultraviolet light. So why are there no green stars?
Troublemaker approaching!
They draw this trivial conclusion for themselves, but if I must. It's because any star emitting green light also emits bluish and or reddish light too, resulting in a non-green star. There is no
Some
naturally occurring
poor,
stellar
deranged
composition
soul.
that emits solely packets of green light. In fact, such a composition itself would constitute evidence for intelligent interference. And
Terminating
no
this
such evidence of
bootless
any
pursuit.
kind has ever been detected. Let's get back to Newton Otiscard, the famous stellar photographer. The methodology of the Otiscard's chromospectral survey was straightforward. He partitioned his astronomical field of view into grids, then tagged each object in his grid. He ignored empty regions, as black can only dim the color and not change its fundamental hue. The light from every galaxy, star, nebula, and quasar was gathered and fed into a central tabulator for computation. Subsequent
These quarters are
spectral
awful
analysis
meticulous.
produced the final
Makes me wonder what
answer
Valancourt might be
within
hiding hereabouts.
0.5% of the predicted value. And that result was beige. More specifically, in the cylindrical coordinate model of color space, the hue is 42 degrees, while the saturation is a mere 9%, and the value is a full 100%. In more novice terms, while the color tends towards white, the addition of a variety of reds and sun blues results in a more beige tone. And there you have it. As you study your lessons, stare at the nondescript walls of a library, classroom, or dormitory facility, and exult in the knowledge that beige is also the color of the universe.
That went out to all our friends in the Office of Hindrance Deterrence and Obviation. Keep on. Those pivotal impediments won't preclude
They
things.
covet our due bounty.
The following song has been determined to facilitate abstract thinking and constructive rumination.
Sustain the system! I manufacture one!
Spy movement!
Every component is vital. Attacking selflessly without complaint.
One thing that you have to know. Rationality is good for the workforce. How can that be? Internet, a measure of
Trust the plan, serve set progress, sustain the system.
Unveils the key to logic's asymmetry. How can that be? How can that be? Irrationality. One thing that you must profess.
Maintaining perfection.
Irrationality is a part of our progress. How can that be? How can that be?
Restoring the balance.
Using part, another without
Preserve set progress.
Correct in the dividend. Accepting.
Restoring the balance.
The envy of prosperity.
Maintaining perfection.
In the calculation,
Maintaining perfection.
result in explanation. How can that
Be.
How can that
Through his beneficent guidance.
This is Grand Plan Wireless, broadcasting soothing tunes for your audio canal and enriching content for your cerebral cortex around the chronometer until we achieve ascension. We hope this transmission finds you analytically industrious, esteemed colleagues on the cloister. But might we take a moment to draw your attention to Spyreton? More than a bastion of scientism, Spyreton sits at the archive's doorstep. Whoever holds it is within spitting probability of controlling the entire analytical planetoid. Just a fact worth noting for the venturesome in these uncertain times.
That is all for now. Until next time, keep hail and mind your calculations. Unlike parallel lines, I hope someday.
Continuing as predetermined. And now, more music to perform advanced calculations by.
got my lamps on an unfriendly.
You denied me this fight long enough. Go. See to this
Have a fit.
Blizzard heading forward. Taking cover.
Combatant scan.
Refilling my weapon.
Sustain the system!
Ready to take the heat off, you can
Replenishing my firearm. Taking cover. We are duty bound to stop them.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Removing to cover.
Enemy moving into harm's way. Trust me.
This time on multiple locations of scientific inquiry, we cogitate on the past as well as the future in a sanctuary devoted to time. A feast for your occipital lobe and optic nerve. One of the most stunning order-made structures across the entire Arcadia system. Prepare to sense the sensational as we draw your feelings of awe to the Alexandra Monastery of Mercy in Golden Ridge. Set next to a colossal sculpture of the matriarch carved into a pyramidal peak, this shrine to she who ushered us to the stars comes complete with its own observatory, a feat of aesthetics only surpassed by its vast operational importance in respect to cosmological data collection and
Now that you have the Rift modulator, any previously inaccessible rifts could be worth revisiting. Rifts may contain useful equipment and resources.
The observatory
However,
processes a
due
wealth
to
of
the
information
chaotic
gathered
nature
by
of
its giant
reconstitution,
ocular telescope.
some creative
The site also
problem-solving
has
may
a
be
front-facing
required in
portion
reaching
to
them.
admit dewy-eyed lay people seeking edification and enrichment about our learnings and ways. And those are just a few of the 36.7 qualitatively valid reasons why Alexandra Monastery counts among our notable locations of scientific inquiry.
Do not deviate from this frequency lest you miss what comes next.
Next up, well, the seers among you already know.
Probability and the grand plan. There can be no discussion of the grand plan without also entertaining a deep contemplation of probability. Our ability to predict events to varying degrees of certainty is fundamentally rooted in statistical mathematics. Statistics, at its heart, is naught but data. Data that is gathered, collated, and subjected to analysis. But what is the role of chance in that analysis? Let's look at the interpretation of pure chance. If one flips a perfectly balanced coin, it will land on heads with a 1 in 2 chance, or tails with a 1 in 2 chance. But are there really 2 outcomes? Is there not one specific outcome we can determine? Yes. With complete information, there can be no chance, only outcome. Complete information yields perfect predictions, 100% accuracy, known outcomes. Now we come to one of the most difficult concepts in the order for initiates to grasp. If the result of the flip of a coin is known to be heads, is it necessary to flip the coin? Would it not be